Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The Untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, listen, I've talked about this fight already, but I want to talk about it again because now I'm starting to get excited for it again, and that's the fight this weekend with Liam Williams and Chris Eubank Jr. And truthfully speaking, because Rung Vasai came down with COVID and he's not fighting Cuadras anymore, you know, no disrespect to Jesse Bam Rodriguez, I think Bam Rodriguez will do his thing, and that'd still be a good fight with Cuadras. But, you know, I really think this fight with Liam Williams and Chris Eubank Jr. is the best fight of the weekend, of the main events at least. It's hands down, without a shadow of a doubt, the best fights of the weekend because, first of all, it's a genuine, you know, rivalry fight. There's no world titles on the line. There's nothing of significance as far as, you know, championships or anything like that on the line. But you got, you know, ranking position on the line. You got local bragging rights on the line. And these guys just don't like each other. So because of that, I like this fight. But stylistically, going back and rewatching Eubank, because I had a chance to, well, my dad, I was watching some Chris Eubank Jr. fights with my dad just last night. We watched Eubank versus Groves and Eubank versus Yildirim. And you kind of, that's why it's important. It's important as a boxing fan. You can't always get caught up in the news and the hoopla and the hype. You got to actually watch these fighters for yourself so you can come to a genuine interpretation of who they are and what they are for yourself. And I got to say, man, yeah, sometimes I really feel like, and I truly believe, not sometimes, but just now, going back and watching Eubank, I think Eubank gets a bad rap. I think Eubank gets too much criticism from boxing fans. I think Eubank is a fighter that if his last name wasn't Eubank, you know, I think he'd have a lot more appreciation because his only two losses have been to two of the best technical fighters that the British boxing scene has produced over the last couple, 10 years or so, which has been Billy Joe Saunders and George Groves. And look at that George Groves fight. You look at, you know, he was struggling a lot in that fight, and he had George Groves out on his feet in the 12th round. He showed that he will fight hard for 12 rounds, and he will not surrender, and he will continue to throw punches come hell or high water. And that was a fight where he really showed his character. And as far as the Liam Williams fight is concerned, I think it's such a great fight because you know that Eubank, because he showed it in that George Groves fight. If you haven't seen it, go watch it. He showed it in that George Groves fight that he will not get discouraged. He will continue to press forward. He will continue to throw punches and hit whatever he can. And, you know, he maximized the time he had in that fight. He fell a little short because George Groves was a bit more technically proficient on the night. And the lack of a Eubank jab was the difference in that fight. You know what I'm saying? So, hold on, this guy. Yeah, the lack of a Eubank jab was a difference in that fight. But when it comes to Liam Williams, the great thing about that fight is, you know, we know that Liam Williams, if any of you guys watched the Demetrius Andrade fight, we know that Liam Williams is very susceptible to an uppercut. And the best punch for what's his name, Eubank, is the uppercut. He loves throwing the uppercut, and he'll throw it at will if he finds the openings. And, you know, Liam Williams is a guy that, you know, his defense can get leaky at times. So, you know, there's going to be opportunities for Eubank to hit this guy cleanly with his best punch. But the thing is, we know that Liam Williams also, as he showed in the Andrade fight, we know that Liam Williams will do whatever it takes to win, even if it means resorting to dirty tactics and forearms and elbows and whatever he got, throwing his opponent to the floor. He'll do whatever he's got to do. Williams can box a little bit. He's hired a new trainer for this fight, which also happens to be Eubank Jr.'s former trainer in Adam Booth. And, you know, Adam Booth, you know, he's a guy that has a reputation for developing fighters that can box really well, who have good technical boxing skills, like, you know, George Groves, Katie Taylor, and the list goes on and on. Williams is interesting because I think Williams, he's been right there. You know, Williams was in the fights with Liam Smith. He had some very competitive rounds with Andrade, and actually, I think, you know, down the stretch made it very tough on Andrade, who I believe is, you guys know what I think about Andrade. So Williams has some good building blocks. You know, he was the first guy to stop Alontes Fox. So he's a good fighter. He's a really good fighter, but he's never been able to win the big one. And I kind of look at this fight for both these guys kind of in the same way. You know, Eubank has been in some good fights, but he hasn't really been able to win the big ones in his career. Williams has been in those big fights, but he has been able to win the big ones in his career. So I really think this is a fight for both of them, which is going to be the big one. And going back to Williams, you know, does Williams fight a style where he's going to be mauling and trying to impose his will on Eubank, or does he actually revert? Does he actually show a new wrinkle? Does he show new boxing skills? Does he show the ability to be technically more proficient than Chris Eubank? Because look, I'll tell you this: Eubank is more athletic than Liam Williams. Eubank has superior hand speed to Liam Williams, but I think it's up for grabs as to who is the more technically proficient fighter in this fight. Because, you know, Eubank, he's a gunslinger. He likes to wing punches, and because of his athletic ability, because he has a lot of those quick twitch muscles, his punches can get from point A to point B pretty good. But as we've seen in the George Groves fight, and as we've seen in a couple other fights, as fights go on and fighters get accustomed to his speed, those punches get loopy and there will be opportunities to time him. And I think Williams will have a chance to time him. And I think William Williams will have a chance in some rounds to actually show that he can outbox him. So there's a lot of things going on with this fight. And on top of that, factor in that Eubank is going to Liam Williams' hometown. They're going to fight in Cardiff. So Williams is going to have that hometown advantage. Williams is going to have a chance to really show his class and win the big one in front of his hometown fans. And I really think, you know, whoever wins this fight, the way I see it, I think the winner of this fight is the third best 160-pounder outside of the champion. So of the guys who don't have belts, I think Johnny Beck, Alim Kohli is the best of the 160-pounders who don't have a belt. And then you got who was the other guy I had above them guys? Munguia's 2, and then the winner of this fight I think is the third best. So I like the winner of this fight to fight the winner. The winner of this fight could fight either Munguia if he comes out against Demetrius Ballard, or maybe the winner of this fight could fight Johnny Beck, Alim Kohli. So, you know, that's what it is. That's what's up for grabs. That's my synopsis of the fight. So we will definitely be live for this fight because, due to circumstances, this has become the best fight of the weekend, and I'm very excited for it. You know, Liam Williams, Chris Eubank Jr., bragging rights is up for grabs. Let me know who you guys think is going to win in the comments. If you're Team Eubank, let me know. If you're Team Liam Williams, let me know. Personally, look, I like Eubank. I'm a fan of his. But for me personally, I would like to see Liam Williams get the job done because he showed me a lot in the Andrade fight. You know, even though I thought he lost pretty convincingly, he showed me a lot. And, I like Liam Williams. So leave your comment. Let me know what you guys think. Leave your comments down below. Take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me. But I'm just a kid from Daniel. So until next time, take care, guys. Thank you for watching another video on True School Sports, the home of boxing. If you made it this far, do me a favor and do yourself a damn favor. Hit that subscribe button and surely you will not be disappointed. You know, True School Sports bringing you the latest and greatest, the untouchable, boxing content, interviews, news videos, breakdowns, live fight reaction extravaganza. We've got a great community of people here, boxing fans all over the world, from America to the UK to Australia, and on and on and on. So join the empire today. Hit that subscribe button. Take care and God bless.